I love it so much, I'm gonna do it again, just because I love it. Whoa! Once again, you have it. Random explosion at the end. So I'm going to light it right between them. And I'm just going to land here. You'll see why this one is pretty nasty. So, ducks it towards you and blows up. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! How far up? Oh my gosh! I've never had that happen before. I'm sorry. Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video on BGAG Gaming. I'm British Gamer 135. Anyway, I'm here today in a normal world. We will be going back to Minecraft later on. We've actually got a new version of it coming out. Completely brand new, natural terrain, all that sort of stuff. So today we will be messing with the Too Much TNT mod. Ooh, how does that sound? And I will also just give you a hint that later on we'll also be using this mod to make a Minecropolis video, and you will see how this mod looks in Minecropolis. It's going to be a very funny video. So, without further ado, let's go out and blow up some stuff. So if you want to know where I am on the map, just look in the upper right corner. So here's the interface for Too Much TNT. We have this for the Too Much TNTs, all TNTs and all that stuff. And then we have the throwable dynamites. And then later on, I'm going to show you the God TNT, the TNT gods. I totally messed that up. Alright, I'm just going to take a few of them. I'm going to show some of the interesting ones that I think are interesting. I'm going to not try to take up too much time in this video. However, I do think you guys will enjoy this quite a bit. Alright, we'll start out with those. Okay, let's get some flint and steel. Alright, we are going to start with the Tnt Times 5. Actually, no, wait. You know what I should do? I should probably start out with regular TNT. Got it right there. So, you know what TNT looks like. You know, normal TNT explosion. It's gonna go boom. Sorry for the lag, it's a little bit of lag. I know this computer's had a long day. So, you know, here's your average TNT explosion. So, with some of these special TNTs, you'll be seeing why these TNTs are no ordinary TNTs. So let's blow up some stuff. This is one of my favorite mods of all time, so I am really excited to do this one. I figured we'd end Season 1 off with a bang. Literally. Haha, get the pun. Alright, so here's Tnt Times 5. I'll go up so you can see. And here you go. It's supposed to be 5 times your average TNT explosion, which is this. I mean, look how much bigger it is. So, yeah. TNT times 20, which is going to be even bigger. There's a little bit of lag with this, just because I'm in a normal world and all that. So get used to it. So here we go. There it is. And here you go. Look at the size of that crater. It is pretty big. However, it is not nearly as big as this one's about to be with the TNT times 100. And you will see why. Going to back up. This is a pretty massive explosion if you thought that one was big. Sorry about the lag once again. This computer can handle it pretty well. Oh, there we go, there we go. usually can handle it on a good day. So there you go, TNT times 100. I mean, that's pretty big considering the fact that, I mean, here's my other explosions, and this one pretty much took them all. I am now going to show you the TNT times 500. This one might take a little while to load. Let's wait for this world to load in. So let's set it off right between these two woods here, just because we're mean that way. Oh, right in this valley, it'd be so perfect. And I'll show you the massive power that this one has. Alright, let's light. I warn you, this one's gonna lag probably a little bit. Oh, here we go, here we go. So, oh yeah. That's some pretty bad damage. I mean, talk about going in your world and finding damage of this state. I mean, literally, I would be so mad if somebody went in my Metropolis and did something like this. I mean, that is some serious damage. That would take a while to fix. I don't think anybody, even if they had the most patience in the world, would have enough patience to fix that. OMG. I admit I wouldn't either. Alright, so let's continue with blowing this stuff up. After this, I'm going to just quit explaining. I'm just going to say what they are and explode them. So here we go, Meteor TNT. Listen to this placement sound. It sounds like stone, so you know it's going to be bad. We should be expecting something to come from the sky. Here it comes. There we go. There we go. Those random bubbles underground. I have no idea what oh! Man, there's no raining meteors. Oh, there's a ravine. What's left of a ravine? Ravine. I know I'm not pronouncing that correctly. OMG, what the frick? This is like some massive damage. Come on, load in. Load in. Load, load, load. I want to show you this massive crater. Oh, okay, so it is loaded. That's just oil from some of the other mods I have. So yeah, as you can see, it's even bigger than the 500. It's pretty massive. I mean, considering the fact I love blowing up worlds, and this is some pretty mad destruction. I'm gonna quit talking now and get to the rest. Flat TNT. This one is pretty obvious about what it's gonna do, and I'll show you in a minute. There we go. So we got a little. So it pretty much just clears out everything around it. I mean, it really does help if you want a nice flat space to build. So if you're building a house and, ugh, I got this massive hill in my way, this will come in handy. The mining flat TNT, this one will really help you, not just in clearing places, but you'll see why. And for this one, actually, we're going to go to night, to midnight. So, without further ado, I'm gonna put it right here because, you know, I have two of them. Clear the hill. Here we go. And it puts out light everywhere. And obviously it clears out much more space. So, if you want your place lit, this is the TNT for you. Sorry, I had to get that written out. And the compact TNT, probably one of my more favorites. This is pretty destructive. Oh gosh. Oh no! Oh no! It's blue. Ah! No! Blow it up. Yep, it blew it up. And there you go. So there's a compact TNT. I might have to put this video in parts. I want to show pretty much all of these. I know most other people only show a few and say, oh, go download the mod. You know what? We're going to not do that. We're going to be nice. So I'm going to grab my flint and steel again. I'm gonna grab in here. So second row. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So we ended with the vaporized TNT. All right. So we're gonna start with the house TNT. These ones are pretty useful if you're either building or if you're in a tight situation and you need an emergency house. This will help you. There you go. Instant house. And go in here, I got just a crafting table. Just back out here. House TNT. And the wood house TNT. The really cool thing about the wood house is you can, and I'll show you in a minute here once it explodes. Wood house TNT. We've got a few more. We've got a furnace and a bed. But also, if you blow it up enough, you can get different kinds of wood houses. Let me show you real quick. I don't know if it's I might have gone too close to that. Nope, I got 2 of the same one. Usually, I end up getting multiple different ones. That's my luck. Maybe it depends on the biome. I don't know. Because when I was doing this earlier, I got like 4 different kinds of wooden houses. Oh well, we're just gonna move on. Brick house TNT. Pretty obvious what it does. Oh, gotta light it so you can see it. Come on, brick house. And here you go, brick house TNT. This is probably one of the nicer houses. It's got even more. I mean, we've got carpet, we've got a chest, you've got all the stuff you need. So I'd say that's probably the nicest one, but you could use all of these if you're building like a, a neighborhood or something. Especially the wood, if it would spawn multiple. I don't know. I'm going to try the wooden one over here. I want to see if it spawns a different one. Yeah, it's probably going to hang over the edge of the cliff, but I just want to see it isn't. So it looks like this is just a case you would. Alright, enough of that. The fire TNT. And you can probably tell what this is going to do. Smokey the Bear is going to love me for this. I love the effect. Nice fire effect when it lights. Everything catches on fire. Nothing is going to survive. And obviously our beautiful wooden houses are burning down. And the forest is going up. Now don't try lighting this in the middle of a forest. You can only imagine what's going to happen. I have to. It's a force of habit. I have to. I've got to light it in the middle of the forest. I've got to see what happens. Oh my gosh. Smokey the Bear. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just had to do that. It's a force of habit. I love letting things burn down. I'm not that destructive. Snow TNT. Pretty obvious what it does. We're just going to get the tops of these trees. Make a little bitty snow biome. Make a miniature one. Christmas has come early, Santa Claus. And there's a lucky block there. Alright. Ocean TNT. This can be useful and destructive. Useful if you're trying to fill in a massive hole with water. And destructive if you're trolling your friends and you want to leave a big mess for them to clean up. And we are lagging miserably. There we go. Gotta let the terrain load in just a bit. There you go. Look at the water particle effect. You know it's going to be nice and wet. Okay, that sounded really wrong. And here you go. It also makes a little shape for you. So if you, want a pond and you don't have a place for one, it's quite deep too. You put a little boat in here. It's the ship's mod. Okay, enough of that. The Hellfire TNT. And this one really is hell. If we like watching things burn down, I'll show this off in the forest. I should probably hold it. And you can pretty much tell when they say Hellfire, it's going to be a lot of hell around here with fire. The ghosts. it's pretty much another in the overworld. Lots of lava and fire. I had to do that in the middle of the woods because I love watching trees burn. It's just a thing. You look on the map and you can just see just the swath of the destruction. I mean, it goes pretty far. Alright, and finally the vaporized TNT. I don't really have a clue what this one does. It just explodes, really. Goes. I mean, I don't really know what it did, but okay. Alright, so we stopped at vaporize. The under TNT, nuclear TNT. There we go. So, had a little bit of world lag, which I still am having, just of all the destruction. This computer's pretty beefy, but it still has its days. The nuclear TNT. So we pretty much demolished this area. I'll show the under TNT a little bit later. We have some issues, but I'll show you the nuclear TNT. Oh gosh, get me out of here. I don't like the nuclear apocalypse. There we go. That did its job. That's pretty much combined with the under TNT. It pushed me far away. And the destruction is loading as we speak. Here we go. Sorry about that little bit of lag. That is some massive destruction. This is why we don't go setting off nukes, and why... Never mind, I'm not going to say it. I would incriminate myself on YouTube. You guys would not... I would not like to do that. I really don't feel like incriminating myself. Oh, yeah. This is nuclear waste. Pretty harmful. I'll show you. It's pretty bad. For your health. Don't go near it. Ouch. It does damage. And you see that chicken is stud. Let's go into creative. Once again, I'll be getting a new skin soon, so I won't be stuck with this one. The digging TNT. We're just going to head up this way a little bit. This one pretty much does what you're not supposed to do in Minecraft, but it does it for you, so you don't have to die. It digs a hole straight down into the ground. And we've ran into some lava. And it's going in the hole, which I'm not going to go down there. And the drilling TNT. This one might be more helpful if you're looking to get valuables. And here's why. If you want a quick, fast, easy way to the bedrock, or close to it anyway, here you go. And I have no idea why an ocean spawned under here, but it did. And there's squid swimming down there. Here comes the lava. So there you go. And the ghost TNT. Actually, this is perfect. I can demonstrate this one. Right next to this hole. That's gonna explode. Yep, there we go. Oh, and it caves in. So pretty much it falls through the ground and destroys and blows up. Now, my worst experience with Ghost TNT, quick little story whilst I'm flying over here to set up the multiply TNT. Don't go on the top of skyscrapers or buildings and set this off. I hate it. And here's the multiply TNT. Pretty obvious what it does. It blows up like normal TNT, and it gives you more than what it actually blew up. So all this dirt, for instance, I know there was not that much dirt here, but with this TNT there is. And the cubic TNT. This is pretty much as it sounds. Maybe you don't know. So when it explodes, you'll see. I like the design of these two. It's really cool. Ooh, a perfect cube-shaped hole. Looks like 5 by 5 by 5. No, 5 by 5. I don't know how tall it would be, but I just blew it up on the surface. Alright, and one of my favorite TNTs, the erupting TNT. It is my most favorite out of all of these. there you go. And just because I love this one so much, I shall do it again. Here you go. Welcome back to part 2 of TNT mod. I don't usually do 2 parts, but like I said, this is my favorite mod. I chose to do this one. So, oh yeah. So we're pretty much picking up right where we left off, except I got some new TNTs in my inventory. And once again, you will see a video with all these in Minetropolis, and you'll see why I am not looking forward to that one. Or I should say why you guys should look forward to that one. Oh, that went down really far. Right into that ravine. A bunch of Earl. So much Earl. What's with all the Earl? That stuff looks so delicious. It's pretty much like the digging TNT, except it's much wider, obviously. It's helpful, but it's very destructive. And the floating TNT. This is kind of interesting. You'll see why. So it goes up, and the explosion radius is insane. Considering how high it goes. Look at all the damage it does. That is, like, epically insane. And once again, I have the map going in the upper right corner. You can just see some of the massive swaths of destruction that these are making just by looking at that map. So here we go. Freeze TNT. This one is fun to do like in trees and stuff, and so it's just fun. What the heck? Oh, there we go. I liked the particles and the designs. Once again, I know I already said that. Here you go. Makes really cool ice sculptures. So if you need a supply of ice, or you just love making ice sculptures, here you go. I can see right through it. Wow. So there you go. Freeze TNT and the timer TNT. This one is just like it sounds. So it gives you time to get away. So it flashes green at first for a few rounds. So it's going to flash green. It should turn yellow any second here. There we go. There's yellow. And it'll turn red right after. And there you go. Red. It's about to explode. So average TNT explosion. You know. Just gives you time to run away. Reaction TNT. I don't really... I mean, these... It's kind of like the chemical one in a way, but I don't know. I haven't really found a difference between these two. I mean, it just explodes and does a lot of damage. It looks just like the chemical, so if you just pick the two up, you don't even know which one it is, but obviously big difference. Chemical TNT explodes going down, this TNT explodes going all around, but it's still pretty destructive. So there you go, reaction TNT. Animal TNT. Obvious as it sounds, it spawns animals. I mean, it's not really dangerous. I mean, these cows are completely fine. Spawns almost every single mob. And obviously spawn villagers, and they're sleeping. So. I have Minecraft Comes Alive, so it wouldn't be your normal villagers. At least if you have them. And yes, don't us wolves just love attacking sheep. He is pissed off, isn't he? And the sand firework. I just find this fun. I know I'm stuttering a lot. I like this one just because I find it fun. It reminds me of the 4th of July when I was a little kid. Whee! And it's raining sand. I don't know what's with that. When it comes down and it makes the explosion frickin'... I'll do it again. And you can hear the sound. It flies up. Boom! I have no idea what's with that. I guess it's supposed to hurt you and kill you, maybe. The floating island TNT. Let's go to a nice looking area and make a floating island out of it. And there's still sand falling over here. Alright. This one is pretty obvious what it does. It copies the land below, makes a floating island of it. This will take a second to load in. And it is raining sunflowers. And here we have it. Our floating island. A replica of what sits below us. That's really funny. Those are birch trees and it spawned oak trees on top. That is really weird. Usually it makes an exact copy. I got the sand in the lake, right? And as you can see on the map, you really can't tell the difference much, except that it's more enhanced on the circumference of that. Alright. Let's get rid of all this. Alright, so we ended with the floating island. TNT firework. Oh, we got all these to do yet. And that's pretty alright, and that's it for this interface. So we have the sorry about that. So we have the TNT firework. This one's also a fun one. I love it. Oh! Just like the sand firework, except it's TNT. Falling from the sky. I mean, that's pretty dangerous. And yes, it's still loading the damage. There's so much of it. It's a very destructive little TNT. I love that one. In fact, I love it so much. It just loads in. Oh gosh. It's still loading the damage. It's a pretty destructive little piece. I love it so much, I'm gonna do it again just because I love it. Whoa! Once again, you have it. Random explosion at the end. Alright, gravity TNT. This one is a pretty nasty one, so once you light it, get as far away as you possibly can. I'll use these cows as an example. So, and the chickens too. So I'm going to light it right between them. And I'm just going to land here. You'll see why this one is pretty nasty. So, ducks me towards you and blows up. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! How far up? Oh my gosh! I've never had that happen before. I'm sorry. That was pretty funny. Oh, just seeing this on the screen. I mean, I've been, you know, pulled towards it and exploded, but never thrown that high in the air. Wait, let's see if we can do it again real quick. So I'm just gonna stand back here. It's pulling me. I can't get away. Does it? Oh my god! I have never. When I first got the mod, like I said, I never had that happen. And there should be chickens falling from the sky sooner or later. If they survive the explosion, of course. I'm sorry, it's a good one. The meteor shower. This is a pretty nasty one, too. Need two of them. There you go. Meteor shower. So we're going to watch the sky for this. there you have it. That is the Meteor Shower TNT. It's a pretty nice one. And the Spiral TNT. Oh boy. Egads, this is a... Are you done yet? Okay. I think it is. That is also kind of funny. It's like, yep, it's done. Nope. Random explosions. They spiral. Oh gosh. So there you go. Makes a nice little crater. Almost like the reaction TNT, but on a bit of a smaller scale. So there you go. It's a spiral. The Grove TNT. This one is pretty useful, especially if you're making a park, and you'll see why. There's no trees in the area, but screw it. We're just gonna plant more. It should be called the Arbor TNT, really. Oh my gosh. And how lucky do I get the chance to spawn inside of a tree? So there you go. Spawns all kinds of trees. And there's a fire burning there, so this place is going to go up. So if you're making a park, this is the TNT for you. Alright, the Inverted Tnt. This one is a nasty one, especially, and it does lag quite a bit, so I will be probably skipping ahead here. It's upside down. It's TNT upside down. I'm going to go quite a ways back because this one makes a pretty nasty bit of destruction. And there you have it. There it is. I say it's nasty because literally it takes the ground underneath and pretty much you just turns it inside out and spreads it out. I don't know how to describe it. And it's an oil fall. I love how it also can take like lava and water and oil. Well, you don't have oil in normal Minecraft, and just freaking, where's lapis? So this is a good way to get ores if you don't like going underground, I guess. I mean, look at all the ores it brought up. I mean, we've got iron ore, we've got rose gold over there. These are from other mods that we'll be doing in the future, or that we've already done. So that's why there's a lot of modded stuff in this. And it found an emerald for us. I've never seen an emerald ore in its natural state, even though this isn't exactly natural. Okay, enough of that. So we have the custom TNT and the Easter egg, then we're going to get to the TNT gods. And then I'll show some of the dynamite, and that'll be it for this video. Alright, so custom. So there's more of this forest here, so I'm just going to do the custom. The custom, I think it's like a random one, like, oh, here we go, earth, wind, and fire, and water that it has there. It's a pretty cool design. Like I say, it's a pretty cool design. Here we go. Turns colors, which is really nice. And explodes, it's a fiery explosion. There you go, custom TNT, and the Easter egg. This one is a very messy one, and also pretty wide range. Here's a good place to do it. If you guys are running short on your fruits, only use this if you're in a real crisis, believe me, as you're about to. And more comes out, explodes, turns the whole land into melons. Here you go. If you're short on your fruits, well, not anymore. Trust me. So there you go. That's it for all the TNTs. Next, we're going to the TNT gods. So, sorry about that. Alright, now I'll get this last one up right there. The TNT gods, the mountaintop removal. MTR. Pretty mean looking. I mean, if they call something a god, there we go. Here we go. And as it sounds, it removes the top of this mountain. Did a pretty clean job of it. I mean, look how flat it is. And the sheep are all nice and safe. That's a good thing. Oh yeah, and it's quite a range too. I mean, look, it cleared this. It cleared the tops of those trees. Oh yeah. I also made a mess. I mean, look at this. Just random blocks floating everywhere. Like, what the heck? So it left us a nice flat space to test some more. Mankind's Mark. This one is actually a useful one. I kind of like this one. It's kind of like the house TNT, and you'll see why. Makes a really nice house. I mean, absolutely really nice. If you're in a pinch, instant base. There you go. Nice looking. I mean, it's got furnaces, crafting table. We've got multiple rooms. It's got a nice bed. It's a nice house. I mean, saying yeah, better than the ones I usually build. Alright, and we got this nice deck. I mean, it looks nice. So yeah. So Mankind's Mark. There you go. Poseidon's Wave. If you saw the Ocean TNT earlier, right? Well, this is about, I'm just going to put it on a scale, about 10 times worse. You'll see why in about a second here. There's already water here, but we're just going to make it worse. These trees are going to be freaking seaweed without I'm going to light it all the way down here because it's pretty large. The range. Yes, and it does. It's a pretty cool thing. Animation, I should say. And yes, it does start raining because this actually is supposed to float with water. Apparently it went underground. Last time I tried it. It pretty much blew up on the ground. I'm gonna do that one again above ground because I want you guys to see. There we go. This is more like what I was talking about when I meant OMG. So those trees become seaweed. Yeah. This place is pretty flooded. Go under here. There was once a forest. There's a valley. There you go. Instant ocean. That's Poseidon's Wave. That. Heaven's Gate. Pretty much like the floating island TNT. So here's the Heaven's Gate TNT. So it's pretty much what it did, just a giant version of the floating island TNT. So it's pretty much already what we did. So there you go, made a complete copy. However, this is the result. It did destroy the underside here and just pretty much raised it. That's pretty cheap. It really is. Oh, I'm so sorry. Alright, and Hell's Gate. Pretty much a beefed version of the Hell TNT. No, Hellfire TNT. And you'll see why. I mean, that looks pretty hellacious. There you go. Here's Hell's Gate. So it's pretty much, once again, massive version of the Hellfire TNT. Ah yes, the water and the lava, they hate each other. And the Dust Bowl, this is a pretty fun one. I'll just give you the hint, it's exactly the opposite of Poseidon's Wave. Either you have too much water or you don't have enough water. And you can just hear by the sound of it what it's going to just do here. There we go, and oh yeah, it's pretty much drought TNT. That's what I call it. So, takes away all the water, turns pretty much everything under the dirt to sand, destroys trees. Yeah, this would not be a good one to have around a big garden. And the hexadron, I think that's how you pronounce it. Oh, here's the other part of the Hell's Gate that I missed. Sorry about that. So it does spawn a bunch of netherrack. Oh my gosh. Did it seriously turn that pine tree that was down there? It did. That was a pretty nice nether looking pine tree. And of course we've got our nether portal. And it really is. It's pretty nice looking. So if you like the nether, there you go. The nether above ground. And here's our Heaven's Gate. So obviously pretty conflicting. Alright, enough exclaiming of that. And once again, you look at the map, you can just tell what's happening. So there's our explosions from earlier. Alright, the hexadron. So pretty much just a large version of the cubic TNT. And it's good. If you put it way underground, it can be really useful. Make underground rooms really quickly. So there you go. You can consider using that. The Revolution. OMG. You thought the erupting TNT was bad? You should see this one. I'm going to go in an area. I wanted a flatter area. Or an area with more clutter, I guess. I don't know. I want to show a lot of destruction because I know this one does a lot of destruction. Alright, we'll just do it right here. The Revolution. And you can hear it just sounds badass. I say again, you think the erupting TNT was bad. That was the Revolution. I love that one. Like I said, like the erupting TNT, it is one of my favorites. But we are short on time, so I sadly cannot do it again. And the Chix Cube, or Chixalub. Chixalub, there you go. Oh my gosh. Don't put a V at it, it sounds like you'd already know. This is pretty much a giant meteor. So it's white from the sky. Hopefully it doesn't hit that mountain. Here it comes. Now it's loading. I'm just kidding, it is very destructive. I know this computer is trying to keep up with loading all this destroyed land. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to give it a nice long break after this video. So here you go. This is the destruction. Guys, welcome back to yet another video on BGAG Gaming. This is part 3 of the Too Much TNT mod. This will just show really quickly the throwable dynamites. I originally wasn't going to do a part 3, but screw it, we'll do it. I mean, this is my favorite mod. I almost never do even 2 parts on a modded video, but I mean, literally, this is like my favorite mod of all. So let's just do it. Then I'm going to show you the uranium at the end. And, oh yeah, it's kind of funny. I've already experimented with this. So you've got your dynamites. Dynamite. That's the size of a normal creeper explosion, you know. Throwable. Dynamite times 5. There you go. Clear out that stone. We don't need it. Then the dynamite times 20. Fly up. There we go. A little laggy. It's still recovering from all the TNT. I should have probably loaded a different world. Oh, what the heck? There we go. So there you go. Dynamite times 20. Once again, pretty much the same. Then a dynamite times 100 and the dynamite times 500. Pretty massive creator-wise. If you don't think this is massive, people, believe me, it's not, but still, you are blind. You don't know our ways. Then we have the meteor dynamite. It's pretty much the same as the TNTs I've already showed, but they're throwable. You don't need flint and steel. There's a meteor. And once again, I got thrown back, and holy hell. Excuse me, hell isn't holy, but it's an expression for saying that. For a little stick of dynamite like this, is pretty big. You're expecting, you know. So you have the flat and the mining flat. You have the flat. Clear our space out. The mining flat. There we go. Light this place up. There we go. Let's grab some more dynamite really quick. Actually, I won't even show that one. There we go. Pretty much the same as TNT. Here's the compact dynamite. It's still there. I did another one. It's too good to ignore. All the TNT in one little stick of dynamite. Fire dynamite. Whoa. Smokey the Bear doesn't love me now. He hates me. There's a lot of sheep in this place. Literally. Snow dynamite. Snow dynamite. Going back to that. Pretty obviously, it's already snowy. Ocean dynamite. That'll work perfect down there. It's watery, it's slippery, it's wet. There you go. Ocean dynamite. Hellfire dynamite. It's pretty much like the Hellfire TNT. Like I said, these are all corresponding, just on smaller scales. I'm sorry. No, not. Okay. The vaporized dynamite, I still don't know what it does today. It just explodes. And the nuclear dynamite. This is still pretty nasty stuff here. Which is why I'm doing it over here. Throws me back really far. And here's our glowing nuclear waste. So there you go. Don't go in this area. It is radioactive. Ghost dynamite. You already know what this does. We already displayed the ghost TNT. Ta-da. So here we go. Cubic dynamite, the eruption, and then we'll get to the uranium. So once again, it blows up a perfect cubicle hole. Oh. Didn't even do anything. There we go. There you go, perfect cube. Erupting dynamite. I still love this. The TNT. What? Chemical dynamite. This is actually much more cooler than the TNT because I can throw it and I can do it on angles. I mean, who can't call that a perfect cave? Now, I wonder if you can throw it straight down. Yep, throw it straight down. So if you need an insta-cave, this is better than that. And the floating dynamite. Which doesn't really float, it just explodes the land. Does a lot of damage. Sorry, poor cows. Cowsy wowsies. Now, uranium, this is quite funny. You can throw uranium. I think you can even hold it and survive when I'm injured. Let's see. I'm holding uranium in survival, and I'm not even dying. Or getting hurt. This is radioactive. How in the hell am I not getting killed? I should be dead or a mutinous, cancerous thingamajigger. I have no idea. Obviously, you can throw it. Stuff blows. I think I can even make a game out of this. Like, literally, I'm not even touching the flying controls. Radioactive uranium. Like, oh my god. Oh my gosh. Then obviously this stuff is toxic. I'm gonna grab a bunch of uranium, see if I survive this. Uranium. It's killing me. It glows too. Ouch. Wait, I want to see if I can survive. Oh my god, survival. Hands down, I am dead. So, thanks for watching. Peace out. Home and everywhere you go. Aw, yeah. Ta-da.